So growing up, I was very adamant about thinking that all Christians were bad people, especially because I thought they spread hate instead of love. And so in my mind, I thought that I should use the book that they're basing everything off of against them. But then one day when I opened up the Bible app, it does a verse of the day. And the verse that came up was Romans 8:18. The sufferings that we feel today shall not be compared with the glory that will be revealed in us. I remember just thinking, what? Because that didn't sound like hate at all. And as someone who was struggling with depression and felt sad all the time and felt like I was suffering consistently, to hear that there was something more to it and to read that really surprised me. And so I got scared and I put the Bible down and never returned to it until college when I met Morgan.
I met Ashley on the 8th floor of Chadbourne, a dorm on campus. She was very talkative and came to my door and invited me to go out with a bunch of the girls from the floor and check out Taste of Madison. So as we were walking over there together, we were standing at a bus stop on the corner, and I noticed that she has a little cross tattoo on her wrist.
It was my junior year of high school, and I remember there was this long post that had all these religious symbols on it and the secular meaning behind them. The cross can symbolize being loving and kind and compassionate to one another. And so when I read that, I was very stuck on it. All I can think was I need this as my first tattoo. Morgan, she asked me about my cross, and she says, "Hey, so I noticed you have a cross tattoo, so you must be Christian, and I was wondering if you would want to check out a church with me sometime." And I said, "Oh no, I don't really do that church thing. This stands for my own morals and beliefs."
And I didn't really know what that meant at all.
Her response was something like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna check out church sometime, and if you might be interested in that, you can ask me about it." And she also said something along the lines of if you ever want to find out what it means to me, I guess you can ask me about that too. I remember thinking, I don't want to know what it means to you. Why would I ever come to you with these questions? But then literally 3 days later, I just felt so pressed, especially because all I can think about was how the Bible couldn't be truly bad because of Romans 8:18, and I needed to know what this symbol means to her beyond what I thought it meant to me.
All of her questions made me start to dig deeper into the Bible and look up, okay, who is Jesus and who is God, and what does that mean for my life now?
I don't remember what I had asked, but I remember she was just I can't answer that, but I go to a Bible study every week. And so I just decided that night that Jesus exists, Jesus is real, He died for my sins, He has saved me, and I want to continue learning about how He loves me. I remember right after I had accepted Christ, I just started telling everybody about who He was.
Last November, Ashley and I decided to get baptized together.
And I remember she had gone first, and I was so overwhelmed by this feeling of, look how much God has used Morgan in my life and how God is going to continue using her in other people's lives. It was an amazing moment. I remember crying, watching Morgan go, and then suddenly it was my turn, and Pastor Mark was like, "Do you accept Christ as your Savior? Do you love Christ with your heart?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Then suddenly I was dunked and I came up, and it was just so liberating almost to show that I loved Christ so much. And I just declared that God has the most important role in my life, and I just declared that Jesus saved me, and I'm not turning back.